So this is how much money I made last year. You know that if you work in tech, usually that's going to be a combination of salary, bonus, and stocks. But in my case, it's 100% cash. But unfortunately, this guy doesn't believe me.
Latino developer makes over $400,000 and no one believes him. Let's talk about it. All right, guys, this is your boy Joe back at it again, CodingPhase.com. Your boy's back and I done did it again one more time. Listen, guys, we're going to check out this video real quick, right? I found it on TikTok and it's very interesting how, you have to go out there and prove to people that this is possible. Sometimes I be wondering myself, I'm like, how do people survive? Do people go outside? Do people even understand that there's a lot of wealth out here to be made, but you gotta have the right skills and the right, education to be able to go in and get this type of jobs and these opportunities. And also too, there's a process to it. This is not something that comes from, one day over another. Like you say, hey, I want to make $500,000. No, this is going to take you time, but you're going to have to go in and go through it and you're going to get there. So let's watch this video real quick.
Last year, you know that if you work in tech, usually that's going to be a combination of salary.
So he made
stocks. In my case, it's 100% cash. But unfortunately, this guy doesn't
by the
believe
way,
me.
that's what it's showing.
If you've ever
right
worked
there.
for a company that gives you stocks, you know.
And also, by the way, there's a guy on the comment section like, yeah, sure, bud. And I'm the vice president of Venezuela. Yeah, some of these dudes, like, they ain't got shit to live for. Like,
I mentioned that in box 14 right here. It'll say something like, 20,000 dash RSUs, something like that. Unfortunately, I don't have my old Google W2, otherwise I would give you guys an example. But you can see this is the same W2 here, 2024 right there, and the same number from before. And just for good measure, here's a screenshot of my offer letter I got a few years ago.
mind you,
Honestly,
most of his money, that's cash. He decided to take cash instead of taking stocks, which is also too good, right? So shout out to him, right? His name is Julian, man. Clinton put on TikTok. Go follow him. Tell him CodingPhase sent me. Now, I want to go in and put this out here, guys. I know it's hard for people to comprehend, right? After working a whole day, showing up to work every single day early in the morning, right? Maybe getting some overtime and still can't crack $50,000. Guys, not all jobs are created equal, okay? Not all industries are the same, right? You have to understand, in the tech industry, you get paid for your knowledge, your experience. Now, why do they pay for experience? Because we know some other industries, like I'll give you an example. There's a guy that could work at McDonald's for 20, 30 years, and the whole community got to go in and chip in and do a GoFundMe so he could retire. How does a guy making, $4.50 when it was, minimum wage back in the days, now get to, retire and leaving after 20, 30 years making, $17, right? It doesn't make sense in a sense. You'd be like, damn, 17 years, 20 years, you're making $17. Like, that's crazy, right? In the tech industry is different, right? All the years that you have of experience, of training, they count. And it's because you can now solve problems that are more complex. You can now solve problems much faster than others. And that's the advantage that a lot of these companies have. When someone comes in and learns this skill, you start from the bottom. You start with learning just the foundation of programming, and then from there you continue to grow and expand your mind and start learning extra things. Hey, I know about front end. Hey, I know about back end. Hey, I know about setting up AWS. Hey, I know Google Cloud. Hey, I know whatever extra skills. You start stacking it up. So pretty much you're coming in with all that value. In every company that you go to, right, you climb up the ranks and learn different skills from each one. By the time you get to, like, let's say your final company, right, you're coming in with all the knowledge that came from all those jobs that you've had. A lot of times in regular jobs, it's not like that. You could be a mechanic at a gas station, right? And you show up to Mercedes-Benz and be like, yo, Mercedes-Benz, I got 20 years working at Shell gas station. I was doing this, and that. They still looking at you like, all right, bro, we giving you $60,000. I got 20 years. Yeah, we're giving you 60,000. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same as with developers. And also, too, it comes down to the value that you're bringing to a company, to any business. If I own a pizzeria, right? I sell pizzas, okay? I like to keep it very simple. If you're new to the channel, this is what I like to do. I like to keep it simple. If I own a pizzeria, I don't care if you worked in Italy making pizza and you got 50 years doing it over there, right? My business brings in $400,000. I got to go in and pay taxes. I got to go in and pay for all of the different, products that we need to make the pizza. I can't afford to go in and pay you $200,000 because you got 50 years making pizza. That shit has nothing to do with me. This business makes $200,000 in profit at most. So I have to go in and pay you $40,000, $50,000 at a top, right? But some of these companies that is creating software, that's creating websites, web applications, mobile applications, even game development, they're creating products that are solving problems around the globe. It's a global company. They're basically making billions and billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars. So coming back in and saying, hey, you provided value to us. You created this part of the code. You created this solution to our business. You helped us generate $100 million. Guess what? It don't cost us nothing to go in and pay you $200, $300, $400,000. And guess what? We don't mind going in and stealing a talent from another company that maybe they're paying him $150,000 or maybe they pay him $80,000. And we say, hey man, we're gonna give you $400,000 here so you could come work with us. So all that knowledge that you have over there, right? We are willing to go in and pay you here, right? More so you don't have to work there. You work for us now. Okay, it's like the mafia. You work for us now, okay, Billy? All right. So yeah. So again, that's the concept that a lot of people don't understand. Okay, and it's crazy because it's really come down to the mindset. A lot of people don't understand how the world works. They only understand what their surrounding looks like. They have no idea how all of this shit works in the whole world. I remember one time I watched a documentary, right, in Netflix, and I was telling one of my friends, I was like, yo, bro, there's a lady in Manhattan that she was earning $2 million as a banker. You know what this dumb motherfucker said? He said, bro, ain't no way a teller is making $2 million, bro. It's fake. At that point, I stopped the conversation. At that point, I knew who the hell I was talking to. At that point, I was like, all right, bro, yeah. But again, I'm coming from the hood. I'm from Richwood, Bushwick, right? Wyckoff Ave, L Train. If you're from New York, you know where I'm from. Okay, I'm in the hood, right? So I'm talking to a dude, and I'm trying to put him on and talk about something that's possible out here of some shit that he's never been outside of the block radius. Where the farthest he's ever gone to is Manhattan on Halloween for the Halloween parade. You get what I'm saying? Like the farthest he's ever gone to is to go get, a freaking ounce on the Bronx. You know what I mean? That he's chipping in for a bag of fucking $10 weed. Like, and at that point I realized I gotta get the fuck out of here. I can't be in this environment. Right? But it's very hard to change somebody's mindset. It's very hard to explain to people what's possible, what's out there. The amount of people that I see even on this channel that come to my comment section and stuff like that and be like, this is fake, this is this and that. There's no way you could do this. Mind you, I have thousands of students that came through CodingPhase.com. By the way, if you want to learn how to code, go check out CodingPhase, okay? We basically provide you everything that you need, okay? Again, I created a very good platform. We do a lot of work for you. We give you all the courses. We give you a great curriculum. We basically are 97% cheaper than any boot camp that's out there, and we provide more than a boot camp, okay? And we work with you until you get results. You're not going to find that anywhere, okay? And our goal is to help you, land your first job, 65 to 85K, then the 100K plus. Because guess what? Without experience, you can't get this, okay? Without coming from an Ivy League school, you can't get this. So how do we go in and make sure that you get this? We help you get that experience, get you your first job in the tech industry, and then from there, help you grow. Again, here are the plans. Here's how much it is. There's a 20% off right there on the description. You basically pay $2.04 a day. Okay. You basically pay, 80 cents a day when you sign up for the yearly. If that makes sense for you, hey, go check it out. But again, what I was saying with this is like, how do you go in and change somebody's mindset? Like even somebody watching this right now, be like, hey man, that's just like $300, bro. There's no way. And that's when you realize, and you're like, I can't help you. Someone has to go in and reshape your mind. Someone has to go in and tell you what's possible out here and teach you that, because I'm not willing to go in and teach you that. I'm not here to convince you on what's possible, right? Same thing with, what Clinton has to do, because it's very hard for people to come in and see somebody like myself or Clinton and be like, this guy making this much money? If I was to go in and show you my real statement, you lose your fucking mind. How much money I make. Like, no cap. How much money I make even in the last 10 years just for me being a developer. You will lose your mind. You'll be like, this is fake. There's got to be a scam. There's got to be some shit. He got, he moving weight. He's moving weight. He got Chapo connections. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's very hard to people to understand this. But it's like, no, it's like, if you go in and you invest your time and invest in yourself and educate yourself, there's so many opportunities out here for all of us. But you got to start with the mindset. No one can do anything for you if your mindset, it's already mushed. If all you know is a 4-block radius, if all you know is what you see around you, right? Even when it's crazy, I'll be seeing people that they watch like shows like the Kardashians and they be like, oh, the Kardashians, that's them, that's Hollywood. It feels like it's heaven, right? You could live like a Kardashian out here. Like, you want to have the Rolls Royce, you want to have the pink fur, you want to be traveling the world, you want to be drinking champagne, you want to be having driving some crazy cars, whatever you want to do. You want to have the Birkin bag. You don't need to even be famous. You just got to have the right skills and work for the right industries and bring value. Again, value is the key. Okay. And I understand it's very hard for somebody to see this and say, well, I work this job and I do a good job, right? And I bring value to my company. Why I don't make that type of money? It's different industries. Not every job is created equal. So you have to understand some jobs, they have a cap because the business, the way how they stay profitable is they have to have certain expenses. For you to make a lot of money, that business needs to make a lot of money. When you go in and you say, well, I work for XYZ job, right? And basically, I'm a secretary there. Think about it like this. How much money that company makes, right? Let's say that company makes $1 million, $2 million a year. They're supposed to pay you $50,000 to stay in business. Everyone has to get paid, but the business needs to stay in profits. So whoever owns it can make something. Now, you go in and you work for a company that makes $100 billion a year, okay? And you are one of the reasons that this company makes $100 billion a year and you maintain the machine. Guess what? You're going to get 100, 200, 300, 400,000. Shit, even in sales, you work for a company that each product costs, or let's say each contract is $10 million plus, you're going to make 100,000 every time that you go in and do a sale. Because you're helping that company go in and sell a $10 million contract. They're going to give you a small percentage of that and say, damn, you're a good worker. Here's $100,000. You go in and you do 3 contracts in a year. Guess what? Now you're making $300,000. But you don't know any of this if you don't go in and educate yourself and see how the world works. Okay? You have to start thinking outside of the box. You have to also too, not judge a book by its cover, right? Like somebody like, again, we look at Jillian, right? He's just having fun in social media. He's not trying to be an influencer. He's just here like, hey, this is me, right? Regular Spanish dude, regular Latino, got a hat on, right? At home, comfortable, lives simple, right? Making money. But he lives simple. Regular dude. Someone comes in, sees his social media, like, ain't no way. I don't see no Lambos. It's like when somebody comes in and see me, like, yo, yeah, ain't no way. What is this? He got some Yeezys there? He think he doing something with that? Where's the Lambo? Mind you, we making bread, like no cap. And when I come in here, I'm giving you guys game. I'm doing it literally because I want to help people, for those that want to listen. Okay? But you have to think outside of the box. You get what I'm saying? This guy didn't get to this point by just going in and be like, well, I'm just going to chill, right? No, he's worked towards it. This is something that he's been doing, right? Went to the University of Minnesota, right? 2013 to 2015. So he got 10 years in the game now. And if he makes $400,000, it's 10 years of his life that he put into this thing, okay? Ended up at, Amazon, went to Nordstrom, went to Google. Now it's at Netflix. Netflix is one of the best companies that pay the most money when it comes to engineers. If you're lucky enough to go in and work at Google, right, that's a good start. But you work at Netflix, Netflix don't hire everybody, right? This is why you don't see so many random people be like, hey, you see a bunch of motherfuckers that got the Amazon and the Google. Go ask about Netflix. Not everyone works there. And there's a reason. Same thing with Apple. Not everybody works over there. Okay? It's a certain type of individual that works in these companies. And these are people that work hard. Again, I'm putting this out there so you can understand, like, this is a process. You can get there, but you have to invest two things, right? You're going to have to either invest money to expedite your journey, right? So you don't make mistakes. This is why you have platforms like mine, CodingPhase.com. Why you have to pay? Very simple. Everything costs. So I can't work for free. I got 4 kids. I can't work for free. That wouldn't make no sense. How can I pay my employees that answer your emails, that go in and do meetings with you guys? How can I pay for all those things? The software, the hosting. I have to pay for all of this shit. When somebody signs up, automatically I got to pay. So it costs me money to run the business. No way I could do it for free. Okay? Now, you could pay for somebody to help you out and expedite your journey so you don't make mistakes on your own or waste time, or you pay with your time. You could do it 100% for free. But there's a difference between a guy that comes in and says, hey man, I got results in 3-4 months, and a guy that's been taking the free route and say, hey man, I've been doing this shit for 1.5 years. I haven't even gotten an interview. So at some point he's gonna figure it out, but what's his time worth, right? That's what you got to think about it. You're going to say, well, what my time is worth? Do I want to go in and wait, a year? I'm still working this bullshit job and I'm going to stay here for a whole year, 1.5 years, trying to figure this out, see what courses I got to take, what's my curriculum that I need to follow, what projects I need to do. I got to follow this guy, go to this platform. You know what I mean? When you could have everything already laid out for you and have a team behind you. Which one makes more sense? But you're going to have to trade something. And again, guys like this get there because they take risks and they work hard. Okay? It's not easy even to go to school and go to college and do good in school. Like, trust me, I know. Like, guess what? Right? Going to school is not easy. Getting into a major university is not easy either. Right? You have to work towards that. And that's why most people that it's in this game make a lot of money. Those guys take risks and they invest their time. Okay. I'm going to do another video on someone else that I've seen recently that basically has made a couple of mistakes, right, in his journey. And I'm going to talk about it in another video. Probably I'll put it somewhere over here, right? Once I make the video. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. Isn't this thing interesting, right? Latino goes in and says, hey, I'm an engineer, hey, this is what's possible, and no one believes him. So he has to come in and pull up, this is what I'm making. Here's my W-2. Shut up. This is possible. This is what I do, right? So shout out to him, man, for working hard and getting to where he belongs, man. Okay? So yeah, man, I'll see you guys later. It's your boy Joe back at it again, codingphase.com. Take care. Peace.